Head football coach Wayne Dabbs joins us as we preview the 2018 season for the Mustangs. All right, Coach, how has summer been for your squad?
It's been a great summer. Got a good group this year. Guys have worked hard. Our ninth graders, when we got here, now our seniors, so a lot of good leadership. They know what's expected of them. They know the challenges that are ahead of them. So we've really had a good turnout. Guys have worked hard. Leadership's been there, so we're excited about the upcoming season.
And leading up to the first game at Prince Avenue, we've had two scrimmages. Tell us how they both went.
We look at them. Every coach looks at scrimmages differently. We look at them as really an extra opportunity to practice against another opponent. Westminster was the first scrimmage. Westminster's a very good program traditionally, good coaching staff, so we knew that we were going to get a lot of good looks, a lot of good opportunities for our guys to get on film, get those guys coached up. So I thought the first scrimmage was a solid scrimmage. We'd only been in pads, I think, 3 days at that point, so I thought that there was a lot of things that we could correct, which we kind of knew that going into that was going to be the case. Second scrimmage against Walker on Friday was a lot more progress was made during that week of preparation for Walker, being able to see the film from Westminster, get on the practice field and getting prepared for Walker. So I thought the first two scrimmages have been really well. We've made a lot of corrections, a lot of adjustments. Guys have, they're very coachable this year, so I've been very pleased with where we're at this point.
Let's break it down, and we'll start with your offense. How is the offense shaping up for 2018?
Every year's different. At the single A level, you kind of have to adapt to your personnel group, and this year has been a little bit different, where we've been able to establish kind of the same things we've done in the past. We do have a young quarterback that we're trying to take a lot of pressure off of. Those guys around him are, Justin Douglas, John Watson, Andrew Douglas, Parker Corley, Alex Holliday. Those guys have been really, really good. They take a lot of pressure off the quarterback. So far, I think that he's handled that really well. Our guys up front have handled that really well. We hope to score points this year. That's kind of the goal always, but we want to be able to establish a run game more than we've done in the past. And our guys, we've got a lot of those guys back this year from last year. Verbiage is the same, terminology is the same. So I'm hoping for a lot of progress this year in the run game. Pass-wise, last year that's kind of what led our offense, and we got a lot of those guys back this year. So I'm optimistic that we'll be able to throw the ball this year, and hopefully our guys up front will be able to pass protect as well as we'd like for them to.
Talk about the defense.
As we said after the scrimmage on Friday, 10 of 11 guys back on defense. We've got some more depth this year up front, which will help us hopefully long term. A lot of guys in the same spot that we've had in the past. Communication's the same. A lot of good athletes over there on that side of the ball. Coach McKeel being in his second year, you can tell he's a lot more comfortable in that role. Coach Hill, Coach White, Coach Dim, those guys are in their same position as far as coaching. So a lot of good communication, a lot of good relationships being built. So very optimistic that our defense will be able to carry us as the season progresses.
And you never want to overlook the special teams. It's an important part of the game.
Absolutely, and Coach Hogan year in and year out does a really good job with our special teams. We pride ourselves in doing a really good job with special teams. I think we had 7 or 8 onside kicks recovered last year that kept us in some games. So we definitely pride ourselves. We try to put our best players on the field. A lot of teams, it's an opportunity to get some guys off the field, but we like having our best players on the field for our special teams because they can make or break you, especially early in the year. So so far so good with our special teams. Got a young kicker, place kicker. Lavender's come in and done a really good job. Very optimistic that he's going to have a good season. Van Landingham will be our punter this year, and he's done a really good job progressing through the summer and into fall camp. So we're very optimistic that our special teams will be as productive as it has been in the past.
Tell the fans about the schedule this year and what it entails.
We got a tough schedule. When we first got here, our like I said, our seniors were ninth graders. We were trying to find some wins on the schedule, and we've progressed throughout the year. Those guys have progressed. Their leadership has gotten better. The stability has gotten better. The standard has continued to elevate. And a lot of that's with our alumni and the foundation that those guys have set. So our seniors really wanted to go out and find some really good opponents. Not that the teams in the past have not been challenging for us, but we're hoping to elevate even more this year. With Prince Avenue, to come right out of the gate against Prince Avenue, I think they're ranked 3rd in the state preseason, so they'll be really challenging. But that's what we want. When you come to Mount Vernon, we want you to have a great experience as far as playing football. We want you to have the Friday night lights and the great atmosphere, and our crowd, our community has done a fantastic job over the last 4 years of developing that Friday night atmosphere for our players. When you come out of the locker room, you put a lot of work in, Monday through Thursday, to come out of the locker room and have an empty stands. And it's never been the case here at Mount Vernon. As soon as we got on campus, this community has rallied around this group of young men, and they come out of the locker room, and we want them to have a great experience on Friday nights. So why not go play the best? So that's what we've done. We've gone out and found some really tough opponents in our non-region games. I feel like our region is one of the toughest in the state in single A. So each week we got to be coached up, we got to be prepared, we got to be able to go play with confidence, and I think that we've done that with our scheduling. There are no bye weeks. Those guys better be ready to go every Friday night, and it starts with Prince Avenue, August 17th.
What is one thing, the main thing, that you want to get across to your team this season?
Have fun. Look, football's a game. You know, we pride ourselves as a coaching staff to invest in the whole person, and our guys have done a great job of investing in that and truly believing in that. At some point, football ends, you know, and what kind of person are you when you finish? What kind of person of integrity and character? We love seeing our alumni come back and be part of what they've helped establish. We want to win games, but who doesn't? You know, if you're going to practice, prepare, you want to win games, they're going to light the school board up. Doesn't matter if you're playing ping pong or badminton, you want to win. But that's the natural. What happens when these guys graduate? What's the standard? What kind of husband, what kind of father are these guys going to be? What kind of community member are they going to be? You know, we talk about the season, most of it's on the field success, but we want these guys to be successful in the classroom this year. We want these guys to be the leaders in our hallways, in our community, a group that this community can rally around regardless of what that outcome is on the school board, because they're young men of character and leadership and hard work, and that's what we want Mount Vernon football to stand for. We want to win games, but we want young men of character and those guys to buy into what we're doing, and they have. Our seniors and juniors, great leadership, and we're excited about what that looks like also this season.
Fantastic. Coach, let's have fun.
Absolutely.
Talk to you soon. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.